Good day to you. Today is June 11th, 2009. And you know, we kind of live one day at a time, don't we? And people are not like elephants. I was watching the Discovery Channel, and an elephant's brain is gigantic. And from the looks of it, elephants actually never forget anything. They don't forget a minute or an hour or a day out of their life. And a lot of elephants live to be over 60. And now that I'm a little bit over 55 years old, I hope I'm not getting forgetful yet. My father's 91, he still drives a car. Maybe I'll live that long. They say he might live to be 100, and I've always been interested in the events of his life. He was born just around the time automobiles were invented. He farmed with horses. And so I've looked for things to try to capture my lifetime as a legacy for my kids, nephews, and anybody else who would be interested. And since people forget and we kind of lose perspective of the past, I developed a little bit of a tool. It's a paper timeline. And down in a file cabinet, I yarded out this document, and I didn't realize I hadn't worked on it for almost 15 years. But what it is, it's a timeline. It's a graphical representation of some of the things that I did that I thought was important when I made it. From 1972, that's when I got out of high school, up till 1993. And what it is, it's a vertical line that extends across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheets of 8.5 by 11 paper that's in landscape position. Like other real life interruptions, that was my boss calling, wanting me to do something. But this timeline I have in my hand over a 20-year period of my young adulthood, from age 18 to age 37, is about it is roughly 5.5 foot long. This means if I live to be 80, it would be 4 times as long, 20 foot, 25 foot. So you could imagine if a biographer got a hold of something like this on a famous person, they would have a lot of detail and gain a lot of understanding about the dynamics of that person's life. And life here upon the earth is a very dynamic process, sometimes more dynamic than we realize. And I think as we struggle to work out our salvations here upon the earth, we can gain insights from a timeline. We could also use it as a tool to build a visual or a pictorial or video biography of a person's lifetime. We could use this to help an elder reconstruct their life, because when I've drawn out my timeline, a lot of times I've totally forgotten certain life events and their significance. But when I have 2 events, I can remember there was something in between, and I can fill in that blank. So a timeline like this, it propagates itself, because various events, as they're put in context, helps you remember other events. And then you start gaining this detailed panorama of your life. Because sometimes in life, we get the impression our life is meaningless. What's the meaning of our life? This is very, very negative dynamic in your life. But if you can start to see the panorama and the unfolding of your life, sometimes it helps you understand your life's mission, the significance, and the meaning. Even when you suffer, often there's great meaning in your life when you put it into perspective. And this timeline is a tool to help you put your life into perspective. So I would encourage you to build a timeline. It's my conviction that it's a very useful thing. And pulling my timeline out from my file cabinet urges me to make another 3 or 4 foot of the timeline, filling in from 1993 to the present period. So thanks for listening.